This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning. So nice to have you along on this Tuesday on WKYT. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Rebecca Smith. It is Tuesday, December 29th.
Rolling right along as we're about to close out 2015. And now at 6:30, we are live on the scene of a major traffic alert in Lexington. A busy road is going to be closed for several more hours because of a crash.
Wintry weather finally hits parts of the Northeast. I'm Don Champion with a look at the ice and snow blanketing areas that have been dealing with unseasonably warm temperatures. Coming up.
And we will tell you about the lengths some people are willing to go to eat at a new restaurant in Lexington.
And it looks like our rain chances, at least for today, have wrapped up. You might run into a sprinkle or two. It's all about the temperatures falling through the day. We'll end up in the mid-40s during the peak heating of the day. I'll track it coming up for you.
And leading our news right now, Lexington police say a stretch of Leestown Road will be closed through the morning rush hour.
That's because a FedEx semi crashed last night, taking out some utility poles with it. WKYT's Mark Barbour is there live for us with some new information from police.
Good morning, Rebecca. Leestown Road here has already been closed for about 8 hours, but police are saying that the road could remain closed another 3.5 hours as they work to repair the 2 utility poles that were snapped during this crash. Now, if you take a look over my shoulder here, you can see that a number of these bucket trucks are actually coming out of here, but we know that they are still working to repair many of these utility poles here. Again, 2 of them that were destroyed during this crash. Now, when this crash happened about 10 o'clock last night, we're told that 83 people, or rather 83 homes, lost power because of these utility poles that were taken out when this happened. Now, the crash happened at Leestown Road in North, in this area here. Now, we're told that it happened when a FedEx driver, he stopped to get around a vehicle that was stopped there in the road. Now, we're told that the driver actually slid down into a ditch. He tried to get back up onto the road to get around the mess here, but we're told that the semi driver, that is when his truck flipped, when a utility pole actually got stuck between his 2 trailers that he was pulling. Now, we're told that the packages that spilled out during the crash, that those were cleaned up, but again, the cleanup is continuing this morning for those 2 snapped utility poles. As for how long it could be before the road is reopened here, we're told that that could be 9:30 or 10 this morning before police are able to get everything back open. So in the meantime, this is really creating quite an inconvenience for the many drivers, the tractor trailers or trucks that use this road, Leestown Road, as their main get-through point for this morning rush hour. A lot of vehicles coming up to the roadblock here, turning around this morning, trying to find an alternate way around this. So if this is the main route that you travel, it might be a good idea to start looking for an alternate way into Lexington if that's a route you take, if your drive is taking you in anytime before 9:30 or 10 this morning. That's the latest here in Lexington. Mark Barbour, WKYT.
Yeah, plan your way around that. You don't want to get stuck. Thank you very much, Mark. 3 people killed in a crash on Christmas Eve will be laid to rest today. They were involved in a 2-car crash in Floyd County that killed 4 people, including a 4-year-old girl. WKYT's Mike Byer is at our live desk now with details on today's services. Mike.
3 of the 4 people who were killed in a Floyd County car crash on Christmas Eve will be laid to rest today. Sandra, Andrea, and Nevaeh Bauer were killed in a 2-car crash on Kentucky 114 in Floyd County Thursday evening. State police say the driver of the car they collided with, 52-year-old Roland Patrick, also died. The funeral for Sandra and Andrea will be held this afternoon at 2 o'clock at the Magoffin County Funeral Home. After the service, the mother and daughter will be buried at the Williams-Bauer Cemetery in Bee Tree, Kentucky. The funeral service for Patrick will also be held today at the funeral home, but his will be at 11 a.m. Patrick will then be laid to rest at the Gethsemane Gardens in Prestonburg, Kentucky. As of right now, no funeral arrangements have been made for 4-year-old Nevaeh Bauer. At the live desk, Mike Byer, WKYT.
Well, a Powell County pastor accused of sexually abusing 2 girls will be back in court today. Steve Williams was a pastor at Bowen First Church of God. He was also a school bus driver and volunteer firefighter. Police say he inappropriately touched a girl on a church field trip and another girl at the church. Williams will be in court in Wolfe County at 9 this morning. Today, we could find out what evidence police have against a man charged in a Lexington murder case. DeMarcus Harris has a preliminary hearing today. He was arrested in Columbus, Ohio, earlier this month. Police say he shot and killed Darnell Bates last year during a home invasion on Addy Street. 2 others are also charged with murder in the case.
One of 3 people injured in a hit-and-run crash in downtown Lexington remains in critical condition this morning. Police say Asil Areola was drunk when his car went up onto the sidewalk and hit the 3 men on Midland Avenue. The father of 2 of the victims says Clarence and William Hockaday are recovering and still need surgery, but he says Michael Nipper is not doing well. The suspect is being held on a $23,000 bond. People in the Northeast are finally seeing their first snowstorm of the season. It's moving in.
Yeah, it's part of the deadly winter storm that has already brought severe weather to the South and Midwest. John Champion has the latest.
Snow and freezing rain swept through parts of the Northeast overnight as a major winter storm system marches across the country. Ahead of the storm, crews in Pennsylvania rushed to treat roadways with salt, while people in parts of Massachusetts flocked to hardware stores for shovels and supplies. Last winter, parts of the state saw more than 10 feet of snow.
I had people here at 8 o'clock in the morning as the doors opened. It was kind of like Black Friday-ish.
The messy storm system took aim at the nation's midsection Monday, covering several states in snow, rain, and slush.
It was really hard. It's been a long time since we had the snow.
Nearly an inch of ice was left behind on roadways in Oklahoma, where power and heat were knocked out to thousands.
Got 3 little ones and then my grandmother who's elderly, so trying to do the best we can.
In some places like Missouri, authorities are now monitoring river levels following torrential rainfall.
If we reach the values that we're looking at for this event, they will be record levels for the time of year.
In North Carolina, crews are assessing damage from a possible tornado. Don Champion, CBS News, New York.
At least 43 people have died in the last few days as a result of the wild weather. The storm system is expected to finally move out to sea tonight.
Rowlett, Texas and Cynthiana, Kentucky are 1,000 miles apart, but it doesn't feel that way for a Harrison County woman. Adrienne Curry is from Rowlett, which was hit by a tornado Saturday night. When she heard about the tornado, she says she immediately started calling all of her family and friends there.
And it was just heartbreaking to see and read about, especially when I'm so far away. I can't help.
She is grateful that others are helping and giving donations to those affected by the tornadoes. Curry says none of her family and friends in the Dallas area were injured, but she did say that her aunt's home was destroyed by the storms.
New this morning, Lexington police are looking for the people who broke into at least one home on the UK campus. Police say a woman driving down Montmullen Drive off South Limestone saw people looking into homes. When police went to check it out, they saw someone run out of the house with a TV.
Another Kentucky state lawmaker has switched from the Democratic Party to the GOP. State Representative Jim Gooch says he will seek re-election as a Republican. He attributed his decision to President Obama's, quote, radical agenda, including environmental regulations and a push for gun control. That means Democrats now have just a 2-seat lead in the state house. A new session, the first under newly elected Governor Matt Bevin, starts next week. The polls are now open in Barbourville, where voters are deciding today if alcohol sales will soon be made legal in the Knox County seat. Today's measure would allow for alcohol sales in stores and restaurants. Only city residents can vote in today's election. The polls are open in Barbourville until 6 p.m. in the city precincts only. Voters in Barbourville rejected alcohol sales in a similar vote almost 4 years ago. Well, how long would you wait in line for some fried chicken? 30 minutes, maybe an hour, longer?
It depends on where it's from, you know. A new fast food restaurant opened up in Lexington. Well, apparently a lot of people like this one in particular. Some folks waiting in line 2 hours to get their hands on Popeyes chicken. The new store opened on New Circle at Old Paris Road. The chain has returned to Lexington, and this is the only Popeyes in Lexington. Sometimes the drive-through so long that cars are wrapped around the nearby shopping plaza.
Lexington's really been super. The people are great. We've asked them, sorry that you have to wait so long, and all they tell us is that we're just glad that we're here. So we've been well received. The Lexington people have just been fantastic.
I think I know what I might try for lunch today. Owner Bill Mann says he's already eyeing more Lexington locations. He thinks there's room for 2 or 3 more Popeyes around the city. I got to see what all the fuss is about. I've never had Popeyes. What about you?
Well, plan for it, right?
Love me some
I don't know that
fried
I have,
chicken.
so it might be worth a trip out that way. All right, our time this morning is 6:39, and let's check live drive traffic for you this morning. See what is going on bright and early out there. We've had a lot of attention this morning on Leestown Road, blocked near Yarnelton. where a FedEx truck hit some utility poles, and they've worked on that all night long, but the road remains closed this morning, and the anticipated reopening is around 9:30 or 10 this morning. So if you're planning to head out that way, certainly early today, you want to find some other route. No reports of any other major problems. A lot of green on our screen this morning. So
yeah, it looks pretty good. And I'm sure the folks around there who travel Leestown are used to, some traffic congestion because of the widening project, which, has been open for some time. But,
yeah,
old habits die hard.
I'm saying this is a complete closure, so you cannot get through there. So just keep that in mind this morning. Plan around it. WKYT this morning, just getting started here on your Tuesday.
Well, we told you about a Boy Scout leader who was attacked by a bear in New Jersey. This morning, police released the 911 calls for help made by his concerned scouts.
And we will likely track a chill in the air through the day today, and it might be here to stay. I'll have the very latest for you coming up.